The air crackles with anticipation. The last page of the Bible turns. We arrive at the book of Revelation, a book shrouded in mystery, a book whispered about in hushed tones. This is not just another chapter, it's the crescendo, the climax of the story of humanity. John, a disciple of Jesus, receives a vision, a glimpse into the future, a revelation of things to come. Imagine a world on the brink, angels with faces like thunder, a dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, a terrifying embodiment of evil. Revelation isn't for the faint of heart, it's a cosmic battle between good and evil, a glimpse into the very throne room of God, but within the fire and fury lies a message of hope, a promise of a new heaven and a new earth. Exiled on the island of Patmos, John finds himself face to face with a figure of unimaginable power and majesty. It is Jesus Christ, not as a humble carpenter, but as the triumphant Lord. His eyes blaze like fire, his voice booms like crashing waves. He holds 7 stars in his hand representing the 7 churches, and out of his mouth comes a double-edged sword, a symbol of his ultimate authority.
I am commanded to write down what I see and hear. This is not a suggestion. It is a divine imperative. I am to record the visions, the prophecies, the warnings, and the promises, all for the benefit of the church.
The future is unveiled scroll by scroll, seal by seal, revealing the ultimate triumph of good over evil. The letters to the 7 churches are not just historical relics, they are living words for us today. Each church represents a different aspect of the Christian experience, facing unique challenges and temptations. Some are commended for their perseverance, their faithfulness in the face of persecution. Others are rebuked for their complacency, their tolerance of sin. Ephesus has lost its first love, Smyrna faces imminent persecution, Pergamum tolerates false teachings, Thyatira is seduced by a false prophetess, Sardis is spiritually dead, Philadelphia has remained faithful, and Laodicea is lukewarm. These are not just names on a page, they are reflections of our own hearts, our own struggles, our own need for repentance and renewal. The Lamb, the slain yet resurrected Christ, takes the scroll with 7 seals. As each seal is broken, a new wave of judgment is unleashed upon the earth. A rider on a white horse appears, conquering and to conquer, followed by riders on red, black, and pale horses representing war, famine, and death. And
the 5th seal reveals the cries of the martyrs, those who have been slain for their faith. The 6th seal unleashes cosmic upheaval, earthquakes, darkened skies, and falling stars.
The stage is set for the final judgment, the outpouring of God's wrath upon a sinful and rebellious world. 7 angels, each holding a trumpet, stand before God.
As the trumpets blare one by one, the earth trembles.
Hail and fire rain down, turning the seas to blood.
A great star falls from the sky, poisoning the waters.
The sun and moon are darkened, plunging the world into darkness.
These are not just natural disasters, they are divine pronouncements, judgments against the wickedness of humanity.
Yet even in the midst of judgment, God's mercy shines through.
Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth! A warning, a plea for repentance before it's too late.
The 7th seal is broken, and silence engulfs heaven. 7 angels receive 7 golden bowls, each filled with the wrath of God.
As the bowls are poured out, the earth erupts in chaos and destruction. Boils afflict those who bear the mark of the beast. The sea becomes like the blood of a dead man, and scorching heat scorches the earth.
The great river Euphrates dries up, preparing the way for the kings of the east. Demons gather the nations for the battle of Armageddon. The final confrontation between good and evil is at hand, a battle that will determine the fate of all creation. A mighty city, Babylon, a symbol of human pride and rebellion against God, stands as the epitome of wickedness. Its streets teem with merchants, its coffers overflow with wealth, but its heart is rotten to the core. It is a city drunk on the blood of the saints, a place of luxury, immorality, and spiritual decay.
Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great.
The city that seemed invincible, the embodiment of human power and arrogance, crumbles into ruin. It is a stark reminder that no empire, no matter how powerful, can withstand the judgment of God. After the devastation, after the judgment, a new hope dawns. John sees a new heaven and a new earth, a place of unimaginable beauty and peace. The old order of things has passed away, and God himself dwells among his people. There is no more death, no more sorrow, no more pain.
This is the culmination of God's plan, the restoration of all things. The faithful are welcomed into the eternal city, the New Jerusalem, where God's presence illuminates everything. It is a place of unimaginable joy, a place where every tear is wiped away and love reigns supreme.
The book concludes with a final message from the risen Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He promises to come quickly, bringing with him the reward for his followers. He invites all who are thirsty to drink freely from the water of life.
The Revelation of John is not just a book of predictions, it is a call to action. It is a reminder that we are engaged in a spiritual battle, a battle between good and evil, and that our choices have eternal consequences. But it is also a message of hope, a promise that God is in control, and that ultimately, good will triumph over evil. The final chapter of human history has yet to be written, but one thing is certain: the victory belongs to the Lamb.